Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and kick your shoes off at the door, grab a seat, and let's chill. If you are here as a frequent viewer, welcome back. Thank you for being a supporter. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I publish. Currently, I go through Tropey Tuesdays every Tuesday, but there will be more videos along the way. So you have to subscribe to keep abreast of what's going on. Before we get into today's video, I have a brief announcement. I will be doing an AWC presentation here on my channel on Friday at 10 a.m. It's going to be all about short romance, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I have a wonderful panel of my friends, some lovely Authortubers, and people that you hang out with in the community. So if you see me looking over, I'm looking at my computer. I am also on a live stream right now with TL Russ Lifestyle, one of the presenters in the panel. So I'm against the clock, but it's going to be a short video. So be sure to tune in on my channel. It's for Authortubers Writers Conference. It's a wonderful virtual conference that is free, y'all. And it's a wealth of opportunity, a wealth of information, and an opportunity to really improve your craft as a writer, learn more about publishing and marketing your books. So be sure to check it out if you are available. There is also a playlist. I'll drop the link down below so that you can keep abreast of what's going on. And if you're not able to catch the presentations live, no worries. They will be available for replay for as long as YouTube exists. So the playlist will be down below. Today we will can't speak. Today, and y'all not gonna hear that because I'm doing very minimal editing this week. I'm actually toying with the idea of doing these live, but we'll see. I have to figure out how that works with our video examples first. So we'll see. All right, so today we're going to be diving into the accidental pregnancy trope, right? If you are familiar with this trope, it's a real fun time. If you're not, we'll be talking about it right when we come back. So see you on the flip side. All right, thank you so much for saying. As I said, we're going to be diving into the accidental pregnancy trope. As the name suggests, it's essentially a story based around the fact that there is an accidental pregnancy or an unplanned pregnancy. It's often paired with a lot of popular tropes, like one night stand, for example, or I've seen it done well in bully romances as well. Also in dark romances, but you know, it fits in differently in with each and every trope and each and every subgenre that you put it in, right? Now, in the shameless plug, I did have a book released that uses this trope. It's called One Night with Summer. So check that out if you want to see how I use the trope. But most times, when paired with the trope that I paired it with military and one night stand. So as you can imagine, there is a one night stand, and from that one night stand produces a child, in my case, twins. So it is a very popular trope to lean on when you are going through, depending on what your idea was. I started out with my idea of having a single mom, and I don't really like writing absentee dads just for the sake of having them being an absentee dad. I don't like it. I like my families being together and being fun and fluffy, right? So, unless it's a suspense plot, and then, you know, they still find their happy ever after eventually. So I decided to start out with a one night stand, and of course things flared, feelings were there, but they expected it to be for one night. But of course there had to be something to bring them back together, and that something became two glorious, beautiful girls, and that's what happened in mine. Right? I've also seen in the dark romance realm, if you're writing more darker fiction, right? It can also be that this is dark romance, so bear with me. Dispel your belief here, right? I've seen it done where it's been a kidnapping and a non-consensual situation, and then that results in a baby. I've seen it also happen where it's like a mafia type setting where two people that were not supposed to be doing it, right? We're sneaking around, we're doing the dirty, accidentally ended up pregnant, and whoops, now they gotta get married because the only way to keep the peace and not have someone be killed is to form a union. So I've seen it be that way too. So it's a really fun trope to play into. But as with all the other tropes, you can't just do it for doing its sake. You have to have a reason, a solid reason why we're doing an accidental baby. It's one of those tropes that's really finicky, right? Because not a lot of people, like no one wants to hear that they were an accidental baby, right? And in real life, we know that. But in fiction, it can be a very useful tool to put two people back together that were never meant to be. Like in the example that I'm going to be drawing on, yes, I said it's a quicker video. So I'm going to be talking about, or example that I'm drawing on, the bookish one specifically, is awkward, is what I'm using, right? In awkward, we have our protagonist where she is always the bridesmaid, never the bride. At a wedding, she's a geeky type, right? And she overhears these really hot, sexy men talking about of all things, trivia. And it was so weird to see these people talking about trivia, but this one specific guy caught her eye, and he was basically talking, trying to answer the questions. Of course he wasn't getting them right, and she, well, not all of them to her standard, and she was just basically, because she knows these things, she just saying, look at these people, they don't know what they're doing, blah blah blah. And they overheard her, she got drawn in, one thing led to another. Chemistry was there, the spark was there, right? In order to do this properly, you have to establish a spark from the jump, right? Before the baby even gets formed, there has to be a spark, because it plays into really well as well. It goes hand in hand with second chances. So it's like, you have to ensure there was a spark, or else when the baby actually gets here and the female goes to tell their partner that, hey, I'm accidentally pregnant, the only thing that's going to bring that person in, right, is going to be that connection that you established before. So you have to establish that connection so that there is that connection there pulling them back, right? All right, so be sure that that connection is there. Another thing you want to do as well is to figure out how you want this to go. Because, of course, if you're going to lean more towards the reality of the situation, a person is going to probably not believe you, A, so they're probably going to want proof. They're probably going to want proof that they are the father, right? That they need to be in this person's life, and you're not just throwing this at them to be malicious, right? If you're leaning into that route, make sure it's believable. Make sure you go into, hey, what's going on? Something that I didn't do well until my beta readers pointed it out to me and I had to rewrite it and rework it, was that when, especially if the baby that they're coming into is older, be sure that the proper questions are asked and be sure that everything isn't just gold, right? Ensure that you ask the tough questions, push it back, make it as realistic as possible without breaking that line of fiction. All right. So let's dive into our examples. I'll start with a bookish example because I've been speaking of this before. So our bookish example is awkward, right? I will put it on the screen somewhere here. Again, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my computer. It's Awkward by Ep8. And again, we touched on this a little bit more, but it's about this geeky girl that's going to go ahead and have a one-night stand with this handsome man that turns out to be a hockey player, athlete. You know, we'll go into that trope maybe next week, actually, because of reasons, or the week after, depending. But yeah, so he's an athlete, he's a professional hockey player. They end up getting it on. They leave, not expecting to see anyone again, but of course, old girl ends up pregnant, right? And so she's pregnant, and now she knows without a doubt that it's that tour-like God that is the baby daddy. Now, because they met at her friend's wedding, so he's already sort of in and around her circle. So she doesn't say anything to him, but someone sees her, realizes that she's pregnant, and then her apartment has a snafu that leaves her unhoused, pregnant, and of course he don't know. So of course, being the overprotective hero that he is, he steps in and he tells her, you're going to move in with me, and the shenanigans ensue. Go ahead and check out Awkward by Ep8. It is a good time. It is book 2 in that series, but that's my favorite book of the series. It's in the Ice Knight series. So if you're looking for it, it's Awkward I'll put the picture here, by Avery Flynn, and it's book 2 in the Ice Knight series. Now we move over to our video example. This one is another good one. We're going to be looking at Juno for unplanned pregnancies. Here's the example clip, and we'll come back and discuss.
What's the prognosis, fertile Myrtle? Minus or plus?
There it is. That little pink plus sign is so unholy.
That ain't no Etch-a-Sketch. This is one doodle that can't be undid, Holmes Gillett.
Just tell him. I'm pregnant.
Who was the father?
It's Polly Bleecker.
Polly Bleecker? I didn't think he had it in him.
I know, right?
Did you see that coming?
Yeah, but I was hoping she was expelled or into hard drugs.
Or a DWI? Anything but this.
I could, like, have this baby and give it to someone that, like, totally needs it.
You should look in the Penny Saver.
They have ads for parents.
Yeah, desperately seeking spawn. Hi, I'm Vanessa.
Hi, I'm the husband.
This, of course, is Juno.
Like the city in Alaska.
No.
You're a part-time lover and a full-time friend.
When this is all over, we could always get back together.
Were we together?
Yeah, we were once, you know. At time.
You think you're really gonna do this then?
If I could just have the thing and give it to you now, I totally would, but I'm guessing it looks probably like a sea monkey right now. We should let it get a little cuter, right?
Great.
Keep it in the oven.
Fox Searchlight Pictures presents a comedy about life.
Boy, I thought you were the kind of girl who knew when to say when.
I don't really know what kind of girl I am.
And the bumps along the way.
Just out dealing with things way beyond my maturity level. I need to know that it's possible that two people can stay happy together forever.
The best thing you can do is find a person who loves you for exactly what you are.
Juno.
Your parents are probably wondering where you are.
Nah. I mean, I'm already pregnant, so what other kind of shenanigans can I get into?
All right, so that was Juno. As you see, it's about a high school student who basically finds herself pregnant, right? And has to go through plans and to find a place for her baby, right? They're leaning towards adoption, but as the movie continues, if you watch the movie, you know that as it continues, it becomes more about her baby forces her to grow up, right? She learns about herself, her relationships, she discovers what's important to her, and it was such a great way of the unplanned or accidental baby use of it that it leaned into so much more of the movie itself, and it sort of formed the movie into what it became. So if you're looking for a really, really good use of this trope and how to use it to catapult your book to higher heights, then check out Juno, or your script, or whatever you're writing. Check out Juno, right? Because that was a great example. All right, guys, let me just check on my stream time. I'm doing good on time. All right, guys, so that's going to be our video for this week, diving into the accidental baby trope. I know it was a quick one, right? It is one of my tropes that I like to dibble and dabble because I like the sassiness. I like the sassiness. I like the conflict that it brings, right? So it's not my favorite trope, but I do like to use it in my writing. And I like to read it when it's done well, because there's some really wild stories with this trope. So tell me, what has been your favorite stories with this trope? Have you written anything with this trope? Let me know in the comments below. All right, again, just a reminder, I did have a book release. It's called One Night with Summer. I'll put it up here. It is currently available in Amazon and KU, so please go ahead and check that out. And remember to leave a review if you read it. Doesn't matter what your thoughts are, I would love to hear, and other readers would like to hear what your thoughts were as well. So I am going to sign off. Remember, AWC is on, my presentation is on Friday at 10 a.m. but it runs through the whole weekend, right? The playlist will be down below for you to check out, and some of our amazing Authortube friends also have presentations along with some major publishing companies that you may not want to miss. So be sure to check out AWC. The website would also be linked below so you can check out all the presentations that are coming and mark where you want to fit in. All right, again, my name is Dee. I publish under the pen name Sky Winter. You can find me everywhere across the interwebs under Sky Winter Books. I will be here every Tuesday for Tropey Tuesdays, and there will be videos throughout the week from time to time. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I upload, and hit that like button so I know that you appreciate the content that I'm putting out. Guys, it takes a lot to do these videos. A lot. I am not 100% most of the times you see me, but I'll always slap on a smile and do what I gotta do so that we can all improve our writing together and grow together. All right, so be sure to keep on writing, keep on researching. Drop me a message if you see me online, right? Just a simple hi, how are you? Or let me know that you are fine. Let me know you're happy I'm alive. I say that a lot. It's not a joke. I'm grateful to be alive because I'm going through a lot. But we will see each other next week, hopefully. So be blessed, save your work, love yourself and others, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye, guys.